big welcome to our health department here at TVSN. Moira's my name and I'm so proud, I'm thrilled actually, to be presenting the launch of a very exciting new product. We're getting so specific when it comes to your health this hour. We're going to be talking about your dental health and really helping you in so many different ways. Now we know we all want strong, white, clean teeth. We want healthy, resilient gums and of course we want fresh breath. But I know a growing number of TVSN customers, they want to do without the chemicals in their life wherever they can. And that's why this is such a find. I know a health buyer was so excited when he first saw this product, OraMD, because he knows that you want to try and do without chemicals. You want to turn to nature in as many opportunities as you can to get the solutions to your issues. So if you do want strong, healthy teeth, if you want beautiful, beautiful gums, and of course crisp, fresh breath, then OraMD is going to be a real find for you. Now, of course, what we're talking about here, OraMD is a liquid toothpaste, it's a liquid mouthwash and a liquid breath freshener, all in one really handy bottle that you can use at home, you can use on the run as well. So without any further ado, let's take a look at this brand new product to our health department. It's OraMD Extra Strength Oral Hygiene, a 3-piece pack there for you, launching at an introductory price with a nearly $20 saving there at $99.50. And that's going to keep you going for a very, very long time. Now, I've been test driving this. It is an exciting product because it really works for you. It's so incredibly easy to use and you've just got that peace of mind that this is 100% natural, based on 100% botanical ingredients. Now, it's going to be a very informative hour, and if you have a real keen interest in your dental health and hygiene, I do encourage you to stay with us the entire hour. My very special guest, Annie, joins me now, a young lady with a lot of experience in the dental industry, now 7 years of practicing dental nurse.
That's correct.
But with a real interest in dental hygiene as well. So welcome to TVSN.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Now, this is such a different approach, but such a common sense approach to getting stronger, healthier teeth and really fresh breath.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited about our product. We love that we've just launched it in Australia. It's been around for 2 years and it's such a good alternative to other products that you may be buying at the supermarkets or at the pharmacy, and we love the freshness that it brings.
Well, it is quite an amazing fresh feeling when you do use this. But you mentioned 2 years here in Australia, about a decade in the US, and there's just a passionate fan base there for these products. But here in Australia too, I was doing a little bit of reading behind the scenes and heard that there's a growing number of dentists as well as naturopaths who are really getting behind this and recommending the product as well.
Yeah, well, we are actually stocking to a bunch of dentists and naturopaths as well, and they love the product. They recommend it to a lot of their clients because it is a natural alternative to your healthcare.
Yeah, well, without getting into scare tactics, and we don't like to sort of put any other products down, but I know so many people, I guess if they do research into chemicals that are used, and I know you do this when it comes to your skincare, and you think, well, okay, if I'm putting this on my skin, what are the contraindications? Something, I guess, that you are going to, if you're using different dental products that you may be putting, obviously, in the mouth, the gateway to the body, we do, and very rightly, may have concerns in that area. Interesting fact is that when it comes to dental health products, they only actually have to list the active ingredients. So there's maybe a fair bit of mystery behind some of the other ingredients there.
There could be, that's absolutely correct, Maura. They do only have to list the active ingredients. And look, we don't know what else could be behind the scenes there. So we list our products immediately, you know what they are up front, and there's no underlying ingredients.
Well, that actually takes us to the very important first point. What is OraMD and what does it contain? Well, OraMD, this is the extra strength with the 3 totally natural ingredients. So let's give you an overview first up. Now, we are talking about very potent ingredients here, and peppermint oil there, giving us that potent antibacterial, antifungal properties. The spearmint with the antiseptic and antibacterial properties, and almond as well, acting as an emollient for the other 2 oils there. And of course, we know that as being a truly excellent carrier oil. And that plays a very important role, a bit again like our skincare, where we need to have that delivery system. That's how the almond oil works here. But of course, there are not just any ordinary spearmint or peppermint or almond oil, are they?
No, they're not. They're actually special plants that we have growing and picked specifically for our products. So they're not the peppermint or the spearmint that you can go and buy at your health food store or at the supermarket. So that's why this is a very special product.
Well, they're very, very potent, and they've been specifically sourced, and they're also, of course, been mixed in exactly the right components there, the right degrees, so that you get that powerful benefit. And when it comes to the health of your teeth, I'll tell you what, one trip to the dentist and you'll know, you know how that feeling when the dentist says, well, you haven't been looking after your teeth here. We've got some issues to deal with. Number one, you've got that, sorry, no offence.
That's okay.
We've got that wonderful experience of sitting in the chair with everything going on. And then, of course, we've got the other side of things when we go up to the counter to pay. So prevention is better than cure. And, of course, when it comes to, I guess, with our teeth, we want them to not only look good, but we do, of course, want them to be with us for as long as we can possibly keep
Absolutely.
them. And for having that to happen, we need to have really healthy gums. And, of course, that helps with the cleanliness and the longevity of our teeth, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It is very important to look after your teeth. And like you said before, the prevention is better than a cure. So this is why our product is good for that. You don't have to go to the dentist and fear them and, all the bright lights that are in front of you and the drills. So this product puts off any fear that you may have when you visit a dentist.
Well, of course, a lot of people have been doing their reading, doing their research, and particularly those of you who want to avoid chemicals. You may have been reading up on things like fluoride and the triclosan, and of course the alcohols that may be in some products. So if that's you, we've got you sitting up and taking notice, as we know so many of our TVSN staff members already have, this is sensational because you've got no fluoride, you've got no alcohol in here. In fact, what we're talking about is very potent ingredients. The peppermint oil, special peppermint oil, the spearmint oil there, and that carrier oil, which of course is the almond oil with those amazing properties. These are exactly the properties that we want from nature, antibacterial and antifungal. Now, let's just take a step back and talk about some of the problems. Number one, we're going to talk about bad breath.
Yes, we are.
So you're a good girl to talk about with this because I guess you've experienced more than your fair share of that when different patients come in. So what actually causes bad breath?
Look, bad breath can be caused by anything, but mainly it is the bacteria in your mouth. So bacteria, like anything, excretes waste and it leaves that waste in your mouth. And I know that doesn't sound very appetizing. Sorry if you're having lunch, but it does, and that's the truth. So that's where your bad breath does come from. If those bacteria aren't removed or prevented, it's going to linger and stay around.
So it's not just food that's maybe caught in our teeth, it's actually what that leaves behind and what I guess has grown from that. It's the bacteria and all of those nasties that we've got to eliminate, and that's what OraMD is designed to do, to get rid of the bacteria and fungal that's in there as well, but to effectively clean our teeth and to leave a little bit of a force field behind too, I believe.
It does. Because OraMD is an oil, it emulsifies in the water and it lingers in your mouth. So it gets in all the nooks and crannies that toothbrushes may not be able to. It will leave behind a really fresh feeling and you won't have any problems with bad breath long after it.
And that's a lovely thing. You use this as your toothpaste. Remember, it's a liquid toothpaste. It is a liquid breath freshener and it's a liquid mouthwash as well. So it does three important jobs for you. So that's three products that you won't have to be buying, particularly if you're really keen to eliminate those chemicals. You've got all three in one here, and we're looking about, is it 4 to 6 weeks supply in each of the bottles?
If you're using it all day, every day, it will last you 4 to 6 weeks. If you're not using it as all of the toothpaste, breath freshener and mouthwash, it'll last you even longer, up to 3 months sometimes.
Handy to have in that handbag. Well, you're probably looking at this and going, hang on a second, a liquid toothpaste, how do we use it? So let's take you through step by step. And we've talked about bad breath, and there is a scientific reason behind the fact that we do and may have bad breath, halitosis there. But now, of course, there's a scientific solution, and you're seeing it here from nature with OraMD Extra Strength. Okay, so number one, we get up in the morning, we want to brush our teeth. How do we use our OraMD as a toothpaste?
So what you should be doing is you don't have to have it externally on top of your toothpaste. You can get rid of them completely and just use the oil as your toothpaste. So the first thing you do is you grab your toothbrush first thing in the morning, you wet your toothbrush and you open up your little bottle.
Should I hold your toothbrush for you?
That'd be great,
Okay.
thank you.
So you give it a little wet?
Yeah, wet it down with the water first, and then all you'll do is just tip the bottle straight upside down.
Yep.
And there goes the drops.
So 2 drops, and then obviously straight into your mouth.
Straight into your mouth, and you brush as usual.
I won't do it right here. Right now. We should be in the bathroom.
Can if you want.
But I have been for the last couple of weeks. I've got to tell you, it is a really exciting experience actually, because all of a sudden your mouth comes alive. You know that it's doing its job. It seems to just travel around your mouth.
It does. It absolutely does, and that's the lingering effect that we are talking about. It does stay in there.
Yeah, and it actually, because I know, having had numerous bouts with trying to get the gums really, really healthy, and I think for people out there who've got that same sort of situation, you feel, and correct me if I'm wrong here, that it seems to get down below the gum line all on its own?
It does. What happens is you do have pockets within your gums. If you've got gum disease or if you've got any sort of periodontitis, you may feel that you've got food or particles stuck down in below your gums, and that's where the bad breath and all of that comes from. You've got a great model there, Moira.
Yeah, these aren't mine, by the way. Have a look at this, and I know if this is something that you may be able to relate to, if this is something your your dentist has been telling you about, then this is the sort of issue that we're talking about. You know, that plant build-up, maybe the catching of the food between the teeth, the receding gum line there, the knowledge that it's not as clean as a hygienic a playground there as it should be, and of course the mouth being the gateway to the body. You've got to have concerns. If there's bacteria, if there's fungal, if there's rotting food matter there, then that's not a good scenario to have there, and of course leading down into your body itself. We're going to put those away. That's what we're targeting though. So we're talking about as a toothpaste. How do we use this then as a mouthwash?
As a mouthwash, it's really simple. All you'll do is you use a little bit of water, 10 mils or so.
So, but kind of like a shot of water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we say as little as water as possible.
Oh, okay. So you can't, in fact,
you can't overdo it with OraMD. You can use as little or as much as you like. Just remember, it is a little bit strong the first time that you do use it.
It's really good.
But after a while, you will get used to it. So all you do is you just, again, tip it upside down, and there go the drops.
Yeah. Okay.
2 to 5.
And just to show you. You don't have to swallow it.
Don't have to.
It's pretty exciting, actually. If you love it really, really minty, wow. It packs a punch. And that's the other exciting thing, because you being that specialised spearmint, that peppermint, and of course the almond oil, you can't actually do any harm, can you?
No, absolutely not. And again, that's the beauty of this product. We love how natural it is, and all the botanical oils, they can't harm you.
Now, was I doing the wrong thing there by actually swallowing that?
Look, we don't recommend you swallow it, but obviously you didn't really want to spit out any water on television, so it was the much more lady approach.
Stunts here on TVSN, you know. Actually, and tell me again if I'm wrong here, because what I was doing, I sort of brought this into work, and if I feel like after lunch you want to have a little bit of a freshen up, I was putting 2 drops into the actual cap and filling that with water, and then using that, but I was spitting that out. Is that wrong, or is that okay?
That's perfectly fine. Again, like I was saying, you can't use too much and you can't use too little. So however you feel when you're using it is perfectly fine by us.
Could you drop it directly on your tongue?
Absolutely. I actually do that myself throughout the day whenever I'm eating lunch and I've got to see a client afterwards, straight on my tongue, and it's like I never had any of that garlic or anything like that.
I can imagine too if you love your spicy foods, your garlicky foods, or if you are a smoker, it could be a really handy companion to have. You've got all 3 bottles, by the way, so definitely one to have by the toothbrush in the bathroom, definitely one to have maybe on the work desk or in your handbag, and then you've got another spare. 4 to 6 weeks usage out of these, depending obviously how often you're using that. If you're using it as a toothpaste, as as a breath freshener and as a mouthwash, you might get through it a little more quickly than that. But you've got all three there for just $99.50, and that's giving you our very special introductory price there. And this is what it's designed to help us out with. It's your natural alternative to good oral hygiene, helping us to really maintain healthy